Come on. All right, the chickens are out, the dogs are out. Everybody's enjoying the hot summer morning here in Georgia. It is hot, as you can see. It's 9:30. I got up early this morning and got started. I had a bunch of mulching I had to do on some plants that I've been putting off. So I thought I would do it early this morning. My gosh, the humidity is kicking. We have been getting so much rain. It's just ridiculous, which is great. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I'm loving it. But it's making it so humid. Georgia is known for this humidity. Anywhere down here in the south is. But we are smoking hot this morning. I want to get started before the sun gets super high. It's already reached, it's just right there behind that pine, so it won't be but a second and it's going to be over the vineyard. We're going to hit the small vineyard first. What we're doing today is just some maintenance. As you can see, all the plants are growing down into the ground, all the way down the rows, every row. So what I wanted to do is just go and do a knee-high summer pruning and show you guys that you can do this. It doesn't bother your plants. When you're cutting grass, it could be a real pain. I have had it where my wheels get caught up in the vines. And most of the time it don't. Most of the time you can zoom up and down it, but it's that one time where it'll grab a vine and it'll rip. I've actually lost a half a plant before it broke. I mean, the main vine was about an inch, it was maybe an inch diameter, and it just snapped it in half. And I ended up having to regrow that whole thing, and it takes about 2 years to get it the way you want it. So we don't do that no more. When I see these plants start to hit the ground, I come in and do a summer pruning. I'll do this multiple times a year, always about twice. I try to avoid it because it is a lot of work. Oh my gosh, the gnats are going crazy. But it is a lot of work. We're going to just do the small vineyard today because by the time I get to the big vineyard, it will be late and it will be too hot. I want to do the big vineyard early in the morning. Woo, these gnats are going nuts. That's another downfall of all this rain, I guess. But we're going to do a summer pruning and show you guys the difference, what a summer pruning will look like. Also, I want to do some spraying. Stick around, I want to do some spraying, tell you guys what we use to spray for the Japanese beetles. We will not be spraying the big plants right now because pollination is going on. We don't want to spray anything on the big plants, and there's really not enough beetles to worry right now. But there are enough to stop the growth on our smaller plants. When you have those real young 1-year-old plants, all it takes is one beetle to nip at the tip of that plant, and that's what they'll go for too. They'll nip that plant, knock that off. That's your growth right there. And what that does is stop the growth. So if this is a vine going down the wire, they nip that. Now you got to wait and wait for something else right there to break out and continue growing. But it draws the growing period out. It just adds to the length of time you have to wait to get those plants down the wire. So we want to get rid of these bugs as much as possible. So we're going to do a little spraying on them today. But right now we're going to go ahead and prune these before that sun gets too high. Now, I just have a Skill little battery operated hedge trimmer. Really works well. And basically I'm just following about knee high, just enough to where the lawnmower can get under everything. And watch your irrigation too. You don't want to hit your irrigation. Move over. And as you can see, it really makes it look good. It really makes it look good underneath there. And it keeps it where you can cut that grass. We'll come back in a minute and cut the grass and really cut all them limbs up, and it'll really be pretty out here. But I just want to emphasize, this does not hurt your plants whatsoever. It's no different than a bug coming and pinching the tip off. It doesn't hurt them. Now, I wouldn't butcher them, give them a crew cut. I'm just getting about knee high where I get my lawnmower in here. And they'll grow right back. They'll start new shoots. And in a few weeks, they'll be on the ground again. We'll have to do it again. But it doesn't hurt your plants whatsoever. So please don't be scared of that. I've had a lot of questions about that. But it doesn't hurt your plants. I do this every single year. But I want to emphasize, don't butcher them. Just cut a little, you know, about knee high off the ground. If you want, we do it every year for the lawnmower's sake, just so we don't tear nothing up. All right, that was a bummer. It is hot. Didn't take 10 minutes, but I'm a year older. I say that every year. The big vineyard's gonna kill me. I'm a year older and a little bit fatter. And it's not good on my back to be just slightly bent over and walking. But I want to show you how it turned out. These gnats are ridiculous. You can't even stop. Check this out. It just looks so much better. And when we cut, which I'm going to cut here in just a minute, it'll really look good. If you're really trying to show off your property and the care you're giving your grapes to your neighbors, this really shapes them up. They just look beautiful. They just look great. And it doesn't bother a thing. It will not hurt your plants whatsoever to give them a little pruning. Now, whether or not it helps them grow any better or not, I don't know about all that. I'm not sure if it does either way. But I know it doesn't bother them to prune them because I do this every year. And it just makes them look great. Look at this. They just look great. They just look great. If you just got a small vineyard trying to show off to your neighbors and passerbys, pruning them looks phenomenal. All right, we'll get to the spraying part now and get that over with. We just got the small vineyard. We got to spray to keep them beetles beat back. So let's jump on that. All right, well, it's time to get on these Japanese beetles. Like I say again, I'm not going to spray the big plants right now. I may wait another week or so because the beetles are coming. I've been noticing a few out here, but not enough to really cause a lot of damage. But I will jump on them very, very soon, maybe a week or so. But we're going to go spray the smaller vineyard, the one that's not going to be producing any grapes this year, because the beetles will, like I say, pick at the little tips and stuff like that and stop the growth of these little one-year-old plants. And we want to keep them from doing that. So one way we do that is by spraying. Now, to each his own. Some people don't like to spray. Some people like to try to do it in a more organic manner. If you want to, that's fine. Me, I spray. We have so many grapes that organic is just super, super hard for us. And spraying is a lot easier. Okay, what I use is I just use a 4-gallon backpack sprayer and some liquids, well, if I can hold it, some liquid 7 or 7 dust. If you want to use the dust, that's fine. If you just have a small little vineyard, you know, some few rows or something, whatever's best for you to stop these beetles, do it. Because they will knock out some of your plants. They will jump on them and they will be in there like, we've seen it so bad. We've had it so bad where we could shake the vines and it'd just be a cloud of Japanese beetles come out, and they will just strip your vines of leaves. If you don't do anything, they will really, really do a lot of harm to your plants. But we use liquid 7. It's a liquid 7 concentrate insect killer. It kills just about everything that attacks your plants. And we normally have to spray, I want to say twice, but I want to say once, but we may spray twice a year. I can't remember. Normally, when they're coming on thick, you can spray and it pretty much wipes them out if we don't have a rain, because the rain will wash this stuff off pretty quick and you'll have to go back and reapply it because they are relentless. These Japanese beetles, we have them really, really bad. And we've had people recommend using, I can't remember the name of it. I know somebody's going to leave it in the comment, and if you do, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. Something spore. I can't remember what it's called. Something spore that they put on the ground to kill the larvae from the Japanese beetles, because I believe they mate on the plants. I've seen them mating on the plants, and I believe their eggs fall into the ground right below the plants, and of course the beetles come back every year. Milky spore, I believe that's the name of it, but I've never tried that. I keep saying I'm going to do it every year, but then the year gets by and I hadn't done it. So you may want to research the milky spore. That may be something you want to research if you have a small vineyard. to help reduce your Japanese beetles. And also I've had people say that the beetle larva underneath my plants is the reason we're getting so many armadillos under my plants. They're looking for the larvae that are growing under the ground. But I don't know if all that is true or not. But anyway, so we may check into the milky spore someday. But right now we're just going to use what I know. The Liquid 7, it works great. Also, I had something that popped in my head, and I wanted to tell you guys about it and forgot, and now it popped back in my head. People use those Japanese beetle traps. We used those the first couple of years and then stopped using them because it sort of popped in my head that you're using a sex lure bait in those traps to draw the beetles into the traps. Well, somebody mentioned it, and I've heard it before, and it made all the sense in the world. Why would you draw more beetles into your vineyard? We would have, and we didn't put the traps directly in the vineyard. We'd put them on the outskirts of the vineyard, way around, but it doesn't matter. It still draws beetles into your vineyard. And we noticed the last few years that we quit using those beetle traps, we have had less beetles. When we used those traps, that's when we were seeing the clouds of beetles. They were coming in droves. So we quit using those beetle traps. So if you got the idea to use the Japanese beetle traps, I'd say do not use them. Do not use them. Just spray. If you want to use them, fine, use them. Experiment. Try them one year, then not the following year, and see what it looks like. But we noticed they decreased a lot when we quit using those traps. It just makes all the sense in the world. You're just drawing more into the vineyard. So anyway, Liquid 7, let's get to it. Now this is a concentrate. I do not measure. You can read the directions. Read the directions and it'll tell you, excuse me, how much you're supposed to use. I don't. I normally just pour some in there, and not a lot, and then fill it up with water. It doesn't really take much. I love making these videos. Do y'all ever hear in my videos the panting of dogs? I've noticed when I edit, just about every video, it didn't dawn on me until a while back, just about every video I hear panting in the video, and I realize I have to start moving my dogs away from the video, especially in the summer. Look at these guys. Ain't they pretty? Hey, Mia. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to come over here. Ain't you pretty? Look at, oh, ain't you pretty? But I hear that panting in every video, right? You gotta be in them all. Okay, I'll also say that I spray this in my rose bushes too. We have a lot of rose bushes out here, and one thing we've noticed, these Japanese beetles absolutely love the knockout roses. They jump on them and they will be all over them and they will destroy them. So we also go around and spray all our roses too while we do this. So a little tip, if you got roses, keep an eye out for them Japanese beetles. They will jump on your roses too. All right, we'll give these a little spray, especially these good plants. We'll give these a good spray and keep them from getting chewed on. I'll be shocked if we don't see a beetle out here. So here's the one that didn't make it, it died. That was one that didn't make it, a supreme. You can see where these have been getting eat on. The leaves have been chewed up. I didn't know what that noise was. That was Mia setting off my alarm. Yeah, and this doesn't hurt your plants. It just puts a little protective coating on there so when those little beetles take a bite, they won't make it. They'll be gone. I need to come in here and trim some of this junk up, knock some of this unwanted growth out, and bring some zip ties. Maybe tomorrow, start training these guys a little better. Here's a little beetle. You see that guy right there? We're gonna go ahead and give him a little squish. All right. One down. 1,000 to go. All right, we got all those protected from the Japanese beetles. 34 plants, should be 35, but we lost one, so 34. I think tomorrow, when I get home from work, I'm gonna come out here with the shears, some zip ties, and do what I keep saying I'm supposed to be doing. Trim a lot of that heavy growth that we don't need, trim that out, and start zip tying our vines to the line, to the wire, to get them trained going each way, because I got a bunch that's getting long, but they're just hanging off to the side and stuff. I need to strap them to the wire and get a lot of that unwanted growth out of there. But I think that'll be tomorrow. I know it will be because I'm hot and I'm tired. I've been going all day. Let's go over here. I want to show you what the vineyard looks like after we did the knee-high pruning. I know I showed you at the beginning of the video, but I went and cut grass too. I've been out here all day. This second part of the video was spraying. We're late in the evening now. The sun's almost gone. I mean, it's late in the evening. I've been going all day. But I want to show you, now that I cut grass, how pretty it looks after you do your knee-high pruning and cut the grass. It just really looks good. See how pretty that looks after that grass has been cut and all the vines are just cleaned up. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And you can do this too right before harvest to help get up under the plants a little easier. I have done that right at harvest time. Go and cut, and for like U-pickers, it makes them get in there a little. Of course, they're plowing right through to get to the grapes. But if you're going to get up under here like me, I have to get up under here and work and try to strip every vine. I'll get under here with a little mini chair, and it's easier just to climb. Not easier, but it just makes it feel a little nicer to get in there without having to go tear through the vines. But look at that. Just looks great. So just a little suggestion for you guys that are growing muscadines. Some little maintenance tips. You can pretty up your vines, but like I say, this helps you keep from ripping them down. And I say that because I've done it more than once. So we give it a summer pruning, probably have to do it again. Spray for your beetles, little tips. Hope you guys' muscadines are doing as well as mine. They're just doing great. If you got any questions about them, leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to try to answer whatever questions you have. I love talking about muscadines. I love learning about muscadines because I'm learning all the time. I am not a professional grower by any means. But, thanks for checking out my video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Click that subscribe button, and we can learn and grow muscadines together. Love you guys to death. We'll see you on the next video.